Hey guys, Spotbot here, bringing you some latest and greatest information on Black Ops 2. I'm not sure what kind of gameplay I'm going to put in the background for you, but, you know, something to watch while you listen to me. Apparently, over at, on One of Swords, the, Dan Amrich, he's the Activision PR social media manager, he has a weekly podcast, and David Vonderhaar, Treyarch's lead game designer, was on the podcast and answered some questions, some specific questions, about Black Ops 2. Now, I'm going to reference an article that my good buddy Courtroom just posted over at MP First. So I'm going to, you know, I originally had put together some information. Then he releases his article. I'm like, hey, man, can I reference your article? Yeah, go ahead. All right, so we're going to go through this. You can go over and read it. Links in the description, as well as a link to the podcast, so you can listen to it yourself. And some of this information we have previously described, particularly in that ranking and leveling video I did a few days ago. So, we're going to start with no death streaks. No death streaks. No Dead Man's Hand. No Painkiller. And there's no final or last stand perk. Well, we already know that. We've been through the perks. It doesn't exist in the perk list. And this is straight from Vonderhaar's mouth. There's no second chance, there's no last stand, there's no final stand, there's no combination whatsoever of perk or death streak that puts the guy in the down state in multiplayer. It's not in multiplayer. There is no perk, and there are no death streaks. Now, you will have, obviously, in zombies, you're going to have the ability to revive people, etc., but not in multiplayer. That's good news. Is that not good news? No death streaks, and I know freaking death streaks were the bane of a lot of people's existence. So that is pretty cool, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. I mean, they didn't bother me that much, other than Dead Man's Hand every now and then, but still. Okay, so the point streak awards loop around. Just some details about exactly how that's going to work. Okay, so this is from Vonderhaar. Let me tell you where this is right now, and it's something we are pretty happy with at this point. It does wrap around, but you can't earn more than one of a type. So, for instance, if you already had a UAV, and he explains this, I was going to explain it, but he explains it. Let's say you took UAV and counter UAV. If you earned the UAV, then earned the counter UAV, you're going to start building again for the UAV all in one life. But there's a catch. It doesn't stack on top of each other. So if you earn that second UAV, but you haven't used the first one, then you lose the first one. You only have one. You don't have two. So, so that's the way that's going to work. It will still only count as if you only earned one, and you will always only have the single reward no matter how many times you've earned it. So if you want multiple of them, you need to use them. This is the leveling and unlocks, which we have discussed previously. 55 levels gives you 55 unlock tokens, and there are over 100 pieces of unlocks. So by the time you finish your first prestige, you should have enough tokens. You should have 110, right? 110 tokens to unlock everything. When you start at level 1, this is from Vonderhaar, you will start leveling up and you will get to level 4. You will unlock Create a Class, and you will have 4 unlock tokens, 1 for each level. You will then have a range of things you can spend these unlock tokens on, but not everything. So, again, it's going to unlock things that you can, quote-unquote, unlock with the tokens, right? In the same way it worked in Black Ops. You couldn't just buy whatever you wanted. You had to rank up in order to unlock those things to be able to be bought, right? So it's kind of along the same lines. It's sort of a cross between and expanding upon the Black Ops way of unlocking things. And there's more of an incentive to prestige, because for completionists out there, you will not be able to unlock everything without having to prestige. He also mentions it's still being worked on, though, right? I mean, they're still tweaking stuff. You can hold on to an unlock through all prestiges, possibly, like the prestige token system in Modern Warfare 3. They're making progress to ensure that prestige feels just as good, whatever that means. Don't know what that means. Aggressive objective players rewarded more, scoring system explained. There are definitely events, particularly in objective-based game modes, where you are going to get more score for being on the aggressive side. And we've seen that in some of the Gamescom gameplay. They want to reward players who play the objective or otherwise are aggressive in game modes more than those who hang back. You'll get more points for capping flags in CTF than killing enemies. Same goes for all other game modes. Slayers will still get points per kill, but objective players will get more. These are the values that we change a lot. We've changed them about 3 times since we got out of Gamescom already, and we're going to keep changing them until we're satisfied. And that was one thing for me with search. I think the search and destroy scoring system needs to be tweaked, because it wasn't any different than it is today in like Modern Warfare 3, other than it's using points instead of just the kills and the plants. Scoring systems still being hotly debated, related to how one is awarded with whatever amount of points. So that's, and again, they're still working through it, and that's something that's you know, won't be 100%, and it'll still be tweaked. Even once the game comes out, they're still going to tweak this stuff. They're still going to be modifying it. Custom emblems are returning with major improvements. And from Vonderhaar, there's a lot more granularity and control over the colors. There are a lot more layers you can use. You can cut and copy an image from one layer into any layer in the stream. That helps create those illusion-style images that people like to do. Now, as you all well know, there was a reporting system in Black Ops, and I'm sure we're going to have the same kind of thing in Black Ops 2. I never really cared. It never really bothered me, but I know a lot of people would report people for these graphic custom emblems, and I'm sure that's going to be more of the same. But it's funny though, man. It actually, I think it adds to the game. I think it's cool to see all these custom emblems, as opposed to having to pick ones that Treyarch has designed, like in Modern Warfare 3. Other details: the end of game scoreboards will be detailed like in Black Ops, showing detailed stats determined on what game mode you played. Example: domination, flag captures, bombs planted, defused, etc. With the no-pick 10 combination, I don't know what the deal was with that, because I mean, when I did the video about the perks and the creator class, I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, I mean, by default you have a knife. I thought everybody knew that, but I don't know. Apparently people didn't. So if you're not choosing any weapons. If you're not choosing any weapons at all, you got a knife. You got a combat knife. Period. And they actually said they experimented with hands and fist, but that would be kind of weird. This is kind of cool, and I like this. And I didn't even know this was in Modern Warfare 3. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Modern Warfare 3 killing enemy revenge voice reaction feature returns. Vonderhaar revealed that public games will have this feature. When you kill someone, you can hear them for a few seconds afterwards. You can hear the reaction, like, "Ah, you son of a bitch! You killed me, you camping, quick-scoping bastard!" You'll be able to hear that after they die, and you can actually toggle it. It's turned on automatically, and you can toggle it on or off if you would like, so you don't actually have to have it. What else was covered in the podcast? Perk balance. David Vonderhaar assures us that every perk can be tuned far more easier than before. The perk awareness helps you hear movement noise, like mantling, gear rattling, footsteps on certain types of ground, which is variable. So, and the perk Dead Silence takes the big noises like footsteps and reduces it, but doesn't remove everything. He further clarifies that it is not a flat cancel or full counter, it's a partial cancel. Still a lot of tweaking is required with these two perks, he reassures. And again, I mean, it shouldn't, you know, if you have awareness, you should be able to hear people with Dead Silence, and I agree with at a reduced rate. I don't think that Dead Silence should not be able to be heard, regardless of what perk the other player is running. So that's just my opinion. Having Flak Jacket on, not constituting as a full counter, doesn't mean you won't die to explosive damage, and that's pretty obvious as well. I mean, it's just extra protection, right? It's not, you know, infinite protection. Infinite sprinting? Come on, man, let's just do it. Modern Warfare 2 just flowed so well. I loved Marathon Pro. He's saying no, there is no Modern Warfare 2 style Marathon perk at the moment. Perhaps not completely ruling it out. And my argument, if you're watching my Road to Commander series, my argument for that is it makes it so much more fun to play and watch when you can do infinite sprint with lightweight, with an SMG. I mean, it's just so fast. And the thing about, which is different from Black Ops, I thought the Modern Warfare 2 movement is just so much more fluid and flowing than it is in Black Ops, and it looks to be like it will be in Black Ops 2. So, extreme conditioning is not currently infinite sprint. Rather, it's more like COD 4 and Modern Warfare 3 extreme conditioning. But he does go on to say that they probably won't change it, but they're still looking into it. And he said, and this is the argument, I guess, which I find odd. They found many issues regarding sprinting infinitely, wreaking havoc with the spawning system. Well, that's the issue is your spawning system. Then it's not the issue of having. It's not the issue with having infinite sprinting. It's the issue with your spawning system. And I really, really hope that, I mean, these issues, you know, they're saying that there was issues with the spawning system when people were running around being able to infinite sprint. I really, really hope they don't have spawn issues like Modern Warfare 3 has had. Oh my god. It's going to be a disaster. Final kill cam system and improvements. They are looking at upgrading the way final kill cam works, possibly looking at, regardless of the outcome or who gets the last kill, that the kill cam would come from the winning team, possibly, in a, and that would obviously be in objective game modes. I mean, if it's like a free-for-all or TDM, the last kill is the game winner, right? And if someone leaves the game, so as you see in, you know, Modern Warfare 3 and it's in the past Call of Duty, if someone leaves the game right after they get killed, you don't get to see that final kill cam. So they are working on that. He said there are certain circumstances where it may still not show up, but they are looking into improving that, so if someone dashboards or whatever ejects the disc, that you would still get to see that final kill cam. High kill streak, you get a medal. If you're on a high kill streak, as in you're killing, well, obviously killing a lot of people without dying, that's doesn't need to be defined, you'll get medals. He doesn't go on to specify if it affects XP or anything else, but you know, it looks like you're going to have these medals that you can get for kill streaks and probably other things as well. No selling back of gear, so if you use a token to buy certain equipment, you can't sell it back, and it really, honestly, it doesn't really make that much of a difference because you just prestige the one time, and then you'll eventually unlock everything anyway. The codcasting camera support. Looks like they're working on the PS3 being able to use the eye camera and Xbox Live Vision. Again, you know, that's something if I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be over PC anyway. So this is really doesn't really make any sort of difference, but it might to you guys. So they may not be able to work in Xbox Connect support, but that's at least they have that support so far with the PlayStation Eye and the Xbox Live Vision. The live stream is working on Xbox 360 and PS3. PC system undecided. Okay, that's interesting. David Vonderhaar confirms the Xbox 360 live streaming codcasting is working very well, as is the PS3 version. We talked about this. You're going to have a pretty fast connection. I would say at least a 3 meg upload or above in order to be even able to do this. And I think they actually mentioned that they're going to do a check. If you want to do this, if you want to do the live streaming, they're going to check to ensure that your connection is appropriate for that. And if it's not, then it won't let you do it. What else? What else? That's about it. That's about it. With regards to the PC, he says that because PC gamers have a vast array of programs that could possibly deliver better live stream performance than what they are offering, they're still looking into it. But, I mean, if you're playing on your PC, for crying out loud, I mean, there's so much live streaming. Why would they need to incorporate live streaming into the game on PC? I mean, you just live stream using free programs out there, really, to live stream directly off your PC. So I can see that that argument there. Anyways, just wanted to say thanks again to Courtroom. Make sure you go check out that article. Link is in the description. He put a lot of effort into that, and certainly makes my job easier. And appreciate Court, you letting me reference your article and pretty much go down the entire thing and specify it for everybody here in video format. So thank you once again. Thanks, guys, for listening, and we'll see you next time. I'm Spider, and I'm out.